Some UFOs use supercooled metal, like mercury, that span round using magnets, which creates this frictionless environment, which allows the anti-gravity. Now, source, trust me, bro, people, hold on to your papers, because scientists now are at the point where they can almost create absolute zero. So what's that got to do with anything? Well, at near absolute zero, liquid helium becomes frictionless and becomes a superfluid. Bear that in mind, because when you scroll down to their scientific papers, you'll see that they can actually, with supercooled metals and helium and possibly mercury, they can get weightlessness for up to 17 seconds, which is basically anti-gravity. Thus, we go back to there. Trust me, bro. I dropped the mic. And if you're interested in what I do, please feel free to visit my website, ourtruehistory.co.uk. And I've got longer videos that you can't see anywhere else on my Patreon. Many of you know me as the guy that talks about the Anunnaki, but I also talk about dreams, blood types, spirits, Bigfoot, aliens, and so much more. You can watch my videos in order from 1 onwards, or go to my website, ourtruehistory.co.uk, and watch them in sets of 50. Anunnaki, aliens, or humans built the Great Pyramid, I'll let you decide. So this is an aerial shot of the pyramid, shows it's 8 sides. You can only see this from above, and it's during the equinox, so they're pretty clever if whoever did that. Now, it's also aligned perfectly to the 4 cardinal points, which is north, east, south, and west, which is pretty impressive considering they weren't looking at a whole map from above. Now, this is a shot showing just some of the ley lines around the world with all the monuments based on them. We know a ley line is a power grid, and as you see here, as soon as it intersects with a particular another ley line, that's exactly where these special monuments all around the world are. And this is a fake cartouche that was now proven to be fake to show that it was Khufu's. Now we know it's not Khufu's. It means it's a lot older than the dates that were given. Now, also, there is no proof. People say, oh, there's tens of thousands, 100,000, millions of people worked to build it. There's no evidence at all of any amount of settlements near here at all. This is an Egyptian Stonehenge. No, it's not. It's actually the UK Stonehenge. But the Independent and Times newspaper write this: mystery of the Stonehenge solved as ancient Egyptians used it for solar calendars. Expert claims. Now, anyone that's watched my videos know that I've already said this, and this was dated a couple of days ago. It's the 12th today. I've already done videos on it, and I've been saying this since the 80s. So this expert, whoever's just figured this out, needs to come talk to me. So the reason, they don't even know why the Egyptian calendar, but I'll explain why. So even though I've already done this in other videos. So Enlil's time was coming to an end in the constellation, his constellation, and it was going to change over to Marduk/Ra, Egyptian sun god Ra, which was one of the same people, Marduk. And Enlil didn't want that, and he wanted to prove to the people that Ra was telling that it's going to be Ra's time. So Enlil got Ninurta, his son, to go around and build Stonehenges, which was calendars, so that the Egyptians and everyone else around the world would know it's still Enlil's time. However, Enlil was actually wrong. It was coming up to Marduk's point, but that's beside the point. Now, I cover this in a previous video where I actually prove that this was connected to the Book of Enki. If you don't know what I'm on about, Book of Enoch. If you don't know what I'm on about, please go and watch my previous videos, preferably in order, because they make so much more sense. Thank you. And yes, you feel free to call me an expert. Can someone help me out? Am I missing something here? I had a pilot on my live chat the other day, and he said that he believes the Earth's flat. So I said, no problem at all. Just go in any direction in your plane, take a picture from the edge. And of course he didn't. But the point is, every time someone says it's flat Earth, I say, where's the edge? And they can't answer that. But now, to get round that, in my opinion, they've now come up with Norb's theory. So if you just watch this little video here, it basically shows that instead of there being a flat Earth, they've now added ice wall round one part, then another bit of Earth that no one can see, then another bit of Earth that no one's ever seen, and then they wrap it all up in a dome. So you've got that. Now, to me, it kind of seems like every time I ask for the edge of the Earth, they've now concocted, I might be wrong, but they've now concocted this whole new ice sheet thing, and then another land and another land. Of course, if no one's ever seen it, how do...
What's going on, friends and fam? So lately I've been scrolling through my For You page, and I've been seeing a lot of my brothers and sisters sharing pictures like this one. And pictures like this essentially depicting a race of melanated extraterrestrial beings who came down and created mankind. Naturally, I did a little bit of digging, and these are the depictions and the ideas from a book called The Holy Tablets, written by a Mr. Malachi Z. York. This gentleman. Now, before I get started, I already know I'm going to get a whole lot of flack because there are a lot of people who still believe in what this man said to this day, still believe in his teachings and the things that he told them. So I'm well aware. I'm well aware of that. However, I do believe that the truth conquers all things. So that's why I'm here today. And the views and opinions expressed by Stony Chills are those exclusively of Stony Chills, no one else. So with that said, let's continue. So Mr. Malachi Z. York founded the Nubian nation and